Hey, what's up, fam? You want to hear about our latest argument? Well, come on in to the living room. We want to tell you about it. We want to dissect it and tell you how we found resolution.
Yeah, so come on in here, y'all. Because this was a trip.
Oh, yeah. You didn't answer the question. That was it. So welcome back to Thursday's Dose. Today, we're not preaching at you, but we're letting you sit in the living room and we're going to share our moment with you.
Yeah, so this episode comes from some reality of a real disagreement.
Oh, yeah.
A real disagreement that we had and that we have sometimes. But this one in particular, it got a little explosive.
It did.
You know, unnecessarily.
Yes, I would say. Yeah.
And a little dramatic.
Yes.
But we thought it would be helpful.
Yes.
To share our experience.
And we want to dissect that. Yes, and how we came to a mutual resolution.
Yeah. So it was real enough for us to learn from and actually to share with you guys. So hopefully when you get there, you'll know how to dissect it.
Yes. And one thing we know that is very important because most tension in marriage, it doesn't come from big betrayals and big issues. A lot of times it comes from the small little things. And we mentioned about the little foxes. Okay. And those are small moments that don't get understood.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, you know, to start off a little bit, we're just going to jump right in it, you know, and this was simple. Most times arguments seem simple, right?
A lot of times they are simple.
A lot of times they are. A lot of times they are. So, you know, it was a situation where I'm looking for some decorative ideas, okay? And his opinion matters to me because when we did this house thing here and, you know, where certain things, even though I feel like I'm a little creative with the house, I wanted his opinion about a specific picture frame that I was looking at, which it's kind of unique. That's going to hang several different pictures. So I pulled up the picture from my research and I asked him, how you like this? So it was a simple question, right?
Okay. To you, it was a simple question. For me, it was more to it than that. Number one, it was, okay, she asked me a question, how do I like it? But I'm going to have to drill in the brickwork, the joints. I got a limited space to put this in, and I need the dimensions. So I answered to her, it doesn't matter about how I like it. All I want to know is the dimensions, how wide, how tall, the space is going in. That's what I want.
I'm sorry, did I get quiet here for a second? Because it was a simple question. It was just a simple question. All I asked was, how do you like this, honey?
Hey, right.
And his response irritated me to the utmost. Okay. It really, yeah.
Because I didn't answer the question.
Didn't answer the question.
You know what I gave her? I gave her my thoughts, being technical, and I'm thinking like, I don't care. I have no emotions about this, whether I like it or dislike it. Let me know the space I'm putting it in, and I want to know the dimensions. We get the right dimensions. I'm going to work. That's all I need.
So what did I feel? I felt that he did not answer my question. And so I felt unanswered.
Right, okay.
I felt ignored. My question ignored. And I felt it was dismissed.
Sure.
And because, you know, I love him, but he can be so technical.
Well, it wasn't intentional, but we know that intent sometimes it doesn't cancel the impact that it made on you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the real part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It made an impact.
Yes, it did. and I guess you could say, really, the logic here, it was like we were traveling on one road with two lanes, but we were in two different vehicles. Okay? So with that, I gave her an accurate answer, but it was not to the question she asked. So what I was thinking was, again, it doesn't matter if I like it. I mentioned that because with men, we're thinking no emotions in it. I want to get the task done, task oriented. And that's what I did. So I did not respond to what she asked me, which was simple. But for me, I was like, hey, I don't care. I want to know the stuff. That was it.
So like he said, he was in the logic lane. I was in the emotional lane. I wanted some feeling of what I was asking. I wasn't asking how to install it. I wasn't asking that. I just needed his vision about what I was asking. So I needed you to engage with me.
Okay. And I know from that, that's where most of us, a lot of times men, we miss it. Because with women, they question or they move through emotion. We know we can be emotional, but it's not our way of leading through in life. So guess what? It was about, I jumped to the functionality part of this before I dealt with the question or the feeling. So she was asking about the feeling. I ignored the feeling part of it and went right to, hey, let's do the work. Let's get it done. Boom, boom, boom. Over with. So.
And y'all. It was
ugly.
ridiculous.
It got ugly. It got ugly. I'm down there.
It was ridiculous because then we wasn't hearing each other because I was trying to explain to him what I was asking.
And I was trying to explain to her the way I move. This ain't about what looks. It's about doing.
But that's not what I needed from him at the time, right? I needed him to answer the question that I asked.
Right. Still, we're in our two lanes, driving down the highway in different vehicles. So this wasn't about the picture frame. It was about which lane the conversation was in. Are we in the left lane or are we in the right lane? Let's make sure we're in the same lane and in the same vehicle. That's what it was about.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, I was in an emotional lane.
I was in a functional.
So can we say who's wrong and who's right? But at the moment, I thought he was so wrong. He was so wrong about how I felt, about what I needed from him. And I feel like I was in a practical lane. I was practical about what I was asking.
Mm-hmm. And I felt that I was right. Because again, we were in the same conversation. She gave me her feeling. I gave her mine. But we were actually speaking two different languages.
Yeah.
So there's a power statement in what we're saying here today. So any logic without connection, it sounds like rejection, even if it's not.
Yeah. So we battled that. Actually, we just shut down because I got so frustrated because I kept trying to explain to him what I wanted and what I was asking for. But in his technical brain, he wasn't seeing it.
I kept explaining where I was coming from as well. So it was a stalemate. We got nowhere. And you asked me about going for a walk.
I did. So we've been doing our little walks.
But that was before the disagreement.
Right. Yeah, talked about, because we've been doing our walk, trying to, be healthy. And so we were thinking about doing that. But then I was like, I don't want to walk with you because you're just not acting right. I don't walk with you. You keep talking over me. You're not listening to me. And I'm done. Then I said, you know what? I'm walk by myself.
And I think I said, well, enjoy your walk.
Yeah, he was like, okay. And he was, I think you were hanging the TV or doing something with the TV.
Yeah. And I mentioned to you, I said, listen, if we go walking, just be patient with me. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and we'll go for our walk. Okay? And we did. So this is a calming down period, and we went walking. And as we were walking, we didn't say anything for a minute. We just walked. We didn't, no conversation. We walked. Mm-hmm. And then I asked her, I said, listen, baby, let's just revisit where we were. And let's do it at a calm approach. We don't have to go wild. We don't have to, lose our senses about it, self-control. Let's just look back over it in a calm fashion. And let's just have a discussion. Mm-hmm. And we did. And this time, I think we both listened to each other. No defensive, no boxing gloves, none of that. But we heard each other out as we walked.
Mm-hmm. And as I expressed to him, all I wanted for you is to tell me what you thought and whether you liked it. That was it. That's all I asked. I said I wasn't asking for details, specifics, logistics, none of that. All I wanted to ask you was tell me how you like it.
And I said, I got you. I said, I got you. The whole time, I didn't answer you the way you wanted me to, to answer the question. I did not. I thought about what I thought about, my part, my role in installing. So I said, you know what? You are right. I never answered you. So guess what? I'm going to answer you now. Mm. And so we did. We talked about that. And I realized that, again, I never answered the question. And I told you, I own that. Mm-hmm. I will own up to my part. You know what? I made that what it was. Mm-hmm. I confessed it. Okay. I did.
Yeah.
And I want to say this, ownership is not weakness. And that's one thing it's clarity and it's strength.
Yeah.
So I owned up. Do I own up every time? No. Does he own up every time? But I own up that time. I tell you that. And we got to do that. And it's not taking an L because, again, when we get clarity, we take ownership, it makes us stronger as a team.
Yeah. So, you might think, well, that was such a simple, it was simple. But sometimes if you couples, y'all know, some of the most simplest, silliest arguments.
We talked about it. We had a podcast just a few weeks ago. Some of the 10 dumbest arguments, 10 dumbest things that people argue over. Mm-hmm. I guess we can put that as one of ours. We can. Because, in the end, what was it?
Right.
But I think an underlying thing that we overlook.
Yes.
We're under a tremendous amount of stress here. Mm-hmm. Dealing with families, parents, loved ones, health issues. And I just think some of that just caught us at a weak moment where we were already vulnerable and stressed
about certain things.
Yes.
So, we did take away and learn from just that particular instance how we will apply it to any other instance that we may go through. Mm-hmm. So, you don't always need an answer sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's sometimes you just want to be heard.
Right. Okay.
And you just need some understanding of what you're saying and make sure that you're answer what is actually being asked.
There's a Bible verse that says understanding lendeth favor. And it says in all you're getting, get wisdom, get understanding. Yes. So these are principles that we have to remind ourselves of because, again, something may catch you off guard and you may not respond in the way you need to. Mm. And I want to say this, men, sometimes the most loving thing we can do is just to simply slow down and engage emotionally. Mm. And I know we've been told men don't have emotions or we show very little, but we can connect with our emotions before solving anything. Yeah. I jumped to solving. I didn't bring any emotions in. Yeah. So that's what we got to do.
Yeah. And, most of the time when we both take on those type of responsibilities and characters, that's partnership.
Yes.
That's partnership. And it's a sign of maturity in the relationship. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I talked about it, the missed moments, and correct answers can steal miss the moment. Why and how? Number one, in the tone that we use when we give answers. I may say, hey, how do you like? Well, I like it. I could have answered you, but again, I would have still missed it if I had bad tone and bad attitude. So what matters is the timing, the tone, and the humility part of that. It matters.
Yeah. And, I was also can be guilty of not taking on ownership when you have not come up to par in a conversation or misunderstanding. So I appreciate the ownership that he took on to realize, maybe I didn't hear that or answer it the way she asked me.
Sure.
So I appreciate that. So we know that what happened when he did that, that opened doors for us to communicate better. So, owning what happened opens doors.
Right.
And defensiveness, being defensive, what we were dealing with before, it slams and shuts those doors.
We were not at it. But we were had to do something. We were going for a minute. I agree with that. And can I say something too? In addition, I want to tell my wife almost what I was told a few years ago.
What?
Girl, your lips look mighty sexy right now.
Oh, didn't say that.
I'm sorry.
Say that.
Hey, no, I'm gonna say, and I don't like wait to, but as we going through podcasts, sometimes I look at you and you got that glow, and I just want to tell you that.
Maybe I should have had that on during the argument.
I would probably say, girl, you better sit down with them sensitive lips. Stop. Don't come at me like that, woman. No. Hey, okay. So, all right.
We can laugh about this.
We do. Yeah.
And we should. You should laugh about certain things, especially if you've overcome.
Yes, right.
You've overcome and you learned.
Sometimes
that.
If you don't overcome, sometimes you may have to still laugh and not take yourself so serious, especially when you take it to a level like so.
Yes.
So, what do we got?
Yeah.
We got just a couple of things we want you to do and engage with. Our call to action here is this. Before you respond, ask yourself the question, is my spouse asking for connection or is she asking for correction? Am I answering the question or am I just the one I prefer? Am I answering your question or the one I prefer? That's what I did. So again, answer the question that's being asked, not the one that you prefer. Okay.
Yeah. So, and don't be afraid to revisit the conversation. Even when we talk about after we had learned from it, we revisit it.
Sure.
And reflect on how far we have come, what else we need to learn from it.
Yes.
So it's okay to revisit those things. Some conversations don't need to be won, need to be a winner. They just need to be understood.
And that's the thing. There are really no winners in that per se, like between us.
Right.
If we get it resolved, then we are winners. Right. We are a team.
Right.
And we got to remember that.
Yeah, and learn to translate before you terminate the conversation. Before you, just, okay, this, even though sometimes it's easy to say this, though. When you're going through it, I ain't thinking about translating so he can understand what I'm saying.
Terminate, right? This is the, yeah, we want to end this.
That's right, because we walk away from the conversation. And we've both been guilty of doing that.
Right.
But we also have identified where we need to revisit it. And that's where we have to correct it. Yeah. So it may be another time of a disagreement.
But you say maybe? Let's be real.
Let's be real.
Okay, we are humans in a relationship, a marriage, and when the Bible says that, how many times shall I forgive this person?
Over and over and over and over and over.
70 times 7. That's gonna happen in your marriage. The person you live with, we're gonna be dealing with that. So there's gonna be other times, and we've got to learn how to navigate and get to resolution.
Yes. So we hope that you can take some of these gems that we have just shared with you.
Yes.
And use even past arguments or disagreements that you may have had.
Yes.
Revisit them.
Right.
And see how you can dissect it and say what you learned from it and how you will be better with it.
Exactly. Right. So,
Yeah.
really.
So this was a learning experience for both of us.
How long we
even
been
after
married?
40
Yes. Even after 40 years, 47 years
40
together.
years. Because we do know we are two individuals in a marriage.
Yes.
You know, and as we told you before, we ain't perfect.
No.
And we don't have the perfect marriage, but we are perfect for each other
Yes.
because we are two imperfect people. So
Trying to get this thing right, though. You know, that's the thing.
Trying to
We
get
believe in God to get it right.
that's
Yes.
right. That's right.
And we encourage you to do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to be real, not living up there. This is the reality of what happens in a relationship. So we're committed and we want to work this thing through and we want to encourage you to do the same. And hey, holla at your people. Yeah.
Yeah. So drop us a line. Tell us how you have conquered over the disagreements.
And that's, go ahead. Go.
Yeah, and what lessons did you learn? If you learned, and how you are taking those same lessons and turning them around for your good. You know, teach someone, teach your children. They should even be looking at this,
right?
Of how you should be able to do it.
Yes, right.
So,
Okay. Well, our dog wants to get on the podcast this week, but
yes, he does.
he's going to have his week.
Yeah. Anyway, you know Jersey. Remember Jersey? He's trying to tell y'all, make sure that you subscribe and sign in and share.
Yes.
So share this also with someone else that may can benefit from him. You hear him?
Right.
You hear him? He say share.
Stop.
So thanks again for checking in.
Yes, right.
And I think he may need to go out. So while we handle this, you all handle that. In conclusion, make sure that you're listening to each other.
Yes, right.
You know, this may have been a simple, like, what? You know, you might look at this and like, that was crazy. When you're in the heat of the moment and you could be in your feelings, you're also disturbed by the outside disturbances of what's going on in life.
Sure, right.
It affects a lot of emotions in a relationship.
Yeah, even the way, definitely the way you respond. Especially under a lot of stress. So one thing we want to say is that we got to work together and always remember you're on the same team. You know, definitely.
Yeah.
When one loses, we both lose.
Yeah. So we winners. And you are too.
Yes,
So
definitely.
thanks again for dropping in for Thursday's Dose with Just Keeping It Real.
Yes, Charles and Melendia. So we're going to build a community with you. And again, we want to remind you that we're coming out with a course we're working on. We want to release that. And we want also the merchandise. And we'll just want to build a community with you.
Yeah.
So please share with 5 other people. We want you to like, subscribe.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And we want to build together.
Yes.
So again, till next time, just keeping it real, Thursday Dose. What's up, fam? Charles and
Melendia.
Yep. See you next time. Be blessed. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.
Right.
Real talk, ain't no need for show. In love's garden, watch it